Hi, it's Thad, Avon, Ohio, Willow Way Nurseries. We're getting a little rain here, which is good. We never turn down rain. We had a drought a few weeks ago. We had about 24 days where we were dry, and then it was followed up by about 2.5 inches of rain. And we've been kind of in a little bit of a rainy pattern. Yesterday was actually fairly warm. We were up in the upper 80s and sunny, and we've got a couple days now overcast and rainy, chances coming in and out. So the rain really helps us keep up and keep all the plants moist, and a lot of plants are pushing right now. As you can see right here, we got pink diamond tree form coming into bloom, looking great. The red stems, lots of flower buds, something that's ready to ship right now, so be a perfect time to bring it into your yard. They're looking really good. We've got no issues with them, and good availability. We've got a whole house that goes way down here full of them, and we've got other varieties as well, limelights and a number of other varieties. One of the things we always talk about is growing degree days. We're at 892. This is kind of an actually really interesting time. There's a couple regulatory, federally regulated pests that are important right now. One is Japanese beetle, which is at 970, so the adult emergence just started. So that means we got to deal with the feeding damage that the adults do. The beetle is a scarab beetle. It's brown with a metallic green like shoulders, and it emerges from a grub in the soil or your turf. And what they do is they mate, they feed, and they lay eggs all the way through into August here. They lay eggs underneath where they feed pretty much. So right now, treating for adults is important to disrupt some of the mating, but really the best time is when they're in a grub form. So either fall or spring, late fall or early spring, doing a grub in the soil and the turf. We do dips for some of our shipping at the dock to treat for the grubs, and then we do sprays as well here. So that's constantly something we're working on. And then the other one that's coming up is emerald ash borer, and that's 1,000 degree days. That particular plant is primarily on ash. There's a few other species it can feed on. The adult emergence, so you'll see like a D-shaped exit hole on an ash tree. It's in the Agrillus family, which is the same as bronze birch borer. So you'll see that D shape, which is real classic. It has a flat side and then kind of an arc that connects it. They're about the size of a pencil, number 2 pencil, sharpened, the exit holes, and they'll mate and lay eggs again. So into ash trees, and causes quite a bit of damage. So if you see like flagging in the trees or branch dieback, also a lot of like suckering or basal sprouting on an ash, that's usually an indicator that you have emerald ash borer. Pretty indicative here in the Midwest, quite a few number of areas. So we don't have a lot of material here that's of size for that, but it's part of our weekly programs as well here. To spray for something like that as well, and we have a constant scouting program. So couple things, other pests that are really active still right now is black vine weevil, still in the window for being active, and there's a number of scale that are still active and in crawler stage. So Japanese maple scale, cottony maple scale, and a couple other ones are really kind of out there, so continue to watch for that and monitor for those. And then a couple plants in the degree days. We got greenspire linden blooming at 1,047, and at 1,158, bottlebrush buckeye starts to bloom. So those are kind of good indicator plants right now of where we're at. Hopefully this was all helpful. Have a good day. Hi, it's Thad. I wanted to talk a little bit about from the video earlier with the hydrangea trees. We also do trimming in them, and split trim, so that we keep flowers fresh and that they're looking good at all the times for our customers. So we do a lot of split trims. So one of the things we'll do is we'll come in and we'll knock back the top about 30%, maybe a little bit more, depends on where it's at. And that's to create a lot more dense branching. But then we also get rebreaks, and what we'll get is more flowering, be more compact in there. And you can see on some of these, they're starting to kind of have new buds popping out and kind of coming. Some of them are down in a little further from the trim, but also some are resprouting. And that's really important. So you as a customer of ours that gets some of these plants, they're starting to look a little bit like they're past the peak for flowering, you can cut them back and get them to reflush then within a few weeks. There won't be full flower in a couple weeks, but it'll be starting to bud again and looking good. So, and that's basically coming in. You can use a Felco pruners, or you can use like a head shear and just do a nice evening of the canopy. You don't really want to cut down into the dead wood too far, or the not dead wood, but the wood without any leaves on it. It'll take a little bit longer for the resprout. So if you just kind of trim back some of those new growth tips. Hopefully that helped, and good luck with selling.